Greetings, all. Ben George coming to you live from the Bronx. So, I got me a little situation, right? And as it turns out, somebody's trying to tell me a little bit about dealing with people when I can look inside myself. All right, now I get this from three different places. Some of my old dudes that I known have been in the rap game for years. These niggas done put whole cities on, right? Then I think Charlemagne the God was on the Breakfast Club the other day with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, right? But I was looking for. I missed the interview. I was up at the time, but I missed the interview because I was showering or something. And I'm looking for the interview. And I come across another interview with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith promoting the new Bad Boy flick. And they're talking, and Martin Lawrence, no, not Martin Lawrence, it's actually Will Smith. He's going in about how you got to know everything that you want to do, that you want to be great in. It's got to come from you. It's got to be in yourself. And even sometimes when I ask the OGs, they be like, look, you got to know about that on your own, good brother. You know, and I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not willing to take away from that narrative. I mean, the narrative basically is, how do you succeed in life? And I'll be the first to tell you that I agree with certain things that they say on that. I agree with a lot about, and I even have certain portions of my that you might find you might find this shit on on some of my pages. You might find me talking about how self affirmation got me through a lot of things when I was down and I didn't feel like I was going to be able to bring myself up. That self affirmation is one of the most vital keys to success. Now I never disrespect that being a fact. But you know what I want to tell y'all though? And you know what I want to put out there to make sure that you know? When you see somebody who's doing good, when you see somebody who's been 100 with you, that's not something you can easily part with. You understand what I'm saying? Because even as somebody who's been around managers, been around the industry, been around knowing and doing things, when people tell me about self-help groups and I agree with them, I always have to add on, but when I see a good guy, I try to link up. Or when I see somebody who's a like-minded individual, I try to link up. And that experience, another OG was telling me, whether you win or you lose, you learn something. And I was trying to explain to him, that's why I need you, this is why I need you, bro, because you always on point with shit like that. And I'm not gonna name no names. You might hear me shout them out in some of my songs from now on, because sometimes I forget them because I be on my New York shit. But shout out to all my niggas from OKC. As a matter of fact, even though all of them don't holler back at me, I only stay in touch with like maybe one or two. But I'm just so into this thing that or I see so many people get too deeply into that self-affirmation sometimes, because I don't want y'all to think that I'm not scoping out the whole situation as being an individual who is observant at the same time as being self-affirmed. You understand? I'm observing what other people do, and it matters to me what they do, because I am certainly looking to see them be better than me at sometimes, better than the people that I've come up to know, that I've come up to respect. That I'm looking for attributes in other individuals that are better than them, that are better than me, that are better than anybody that I've ever known. So let me share with y'all what I found out about one of the greatest and the most, prolific mentors that have ever been known. And first, let me tell you that this guy is said to have been really, really phenomenal. I can't really put his name out there like that and all that because he's got a lot of mentors and mentees, or he's got a lot of mentors and mentees that are behind him. But his mentees, the guys that he taught, these guys are worth over $6 trillion combined. Now maybe they're exaggerating the number a little bit because that's worth more than Amazon, Google, and what you call Apple put together, and those are like the biggest companies in America right now. But this guy, the way he mentors people, he's so strong, and he was actually, I ain't gonna lie, he served some time in the military, so we can't take away from that confidence and that self-affirmation again, because he always preaches about an individual being strong, and he always says that an individual must be strong-minded and strong-willed in order to make it in this society. But, his major thing is, and I mean, I want y'all to know this, the major thing that I got from his whole lesson. I'm not going to tell you who he is yet. Inbox me if you feel like it's absolutely necessary to know who this guy is. But I do tell you that his mentees, the guys that he's taught, since the time he got out the service and began teaching self-help groups and doing self-help seminars, since he's gotten out and started doing that, the guys that he's mentored, his mentees, have a combined or estimated worth of $6 trillion altogether. They could wipe out America's deficit with the snap of a finger if they got together and did it right. But, they basically from different countries. But we're not going to get into all of that right now. What I want to get into is the main thing that this guy really, really teaches. Aside from this strong resonating power of self-confidence and this strong understanding of what he is doing, this guy teaches you to find a mentor. Something that a lot of people are not willing to do. There's even a school that the Islam people teach about that's basically founded on humility. And it's not saying that you can't get it if you're a strong-minded individual, but sometimes humility matters. And it can be self-affirming humility. Don't drop me out of it, because it can be a humility that is self-affirming, like for a fact that if you follow in this individual's footsteps, you're going to be all right. Or for a fact that you need this certain amount of help in order to bring you to that next level. And even if you don't know who can give you that help, you're affirmed in knowing exactly what you need to do to succeed. You understand me? Sometimes you can't fix a problem without knowing that it's there. So you can be self-affirmed in being able to identify the problem. And sometimes that's all you need. Even with the G.I. Joe, they used to be like, what? Information is like half the battle. So getting back to this point, though, Will Smith says it's all about, you having that self-affirming action. But for some reason, I just wanted to tell him, please, Will, let these niggas know that they got to, or let these peoples know, excuse my French, let these people know that they got to find themselves a mentor as well. Because this is how this guy, this very, very wealthy man, made all of his money as a mentor. He spoke about self-affirmation. He teaches it strong. He was a soldier. But the basics and the foundation of his teaching is you have got to find someone that you can look up to, and he's expressing it in a way where you have got to find somebody with an extensive amount of wealth in comparison to the type of wealth that you're looking for in order to make it sometimes. So I just want y'all to think about it. And in regards to what Will Smith was saying, it was one other thing that I wanted to say. He was saying that you have to really, really be confident about it and go out and do it all by yourself. But genuine talent wouldn't hurt either. So if you've got something that you really love, grow on it. You like music? Buy more music. You like to write? Read more books. You like to dance? Go see the best dance shows out there. You don't always got to rely on yourself. You just got to have an avenue to a place with like-minded individuals. And really, really have some genuine talent behind you. I ain't gonna lie about that. Somebody here will say in this thing, even though I gotta watch it all over again, don't say Will don't know, but genuine talent, y'all, is definitely something that you're gonna need if you really want to be successful. So learn your craft. This is Ben George. I'll be back with you. Talk to you later.